I can imagine it must have been a very difficult few years. Because as a professional athlete, right, the motivation to perform well, perform at that kind of level of excellence, it has been in you since, I know, secondary school days,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So that kind of mindset, and what activity and what excellence in performances has really been drilled in so deeply. And then to now be able to now having to transit to another stage, right? How difficult was it?
I think for me it was the initial stage was, of course, I want to get better, right? And I don't think at any one point I was thinking that I want to get back to doing it, because it was irreversible damage kind of injury, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I shut myself off water polo for, I think, a good 2 or 3 years. So I totally, wasn't involved in it, and it was only so when I was in NIE in 2004, so 2 years after the injury, 2004, when I was in NIE, NTU was looking for a water polo coach, right? So they knew that I was in NIE, so they said, "Hey, can you come and coach us?" So I said, "Oh, sure." So I got back into the sport, and I became a player coach as well, and then I realized that I still can play, right? So then so 2004, 2005, I played IVP. We actually did fairly well in the finals. So
varsity levels, yeah.
Yeah, we met SMU in the finals, and at the time NTU we only had one national player, but in the SMU team had 5 national players, right? But in the finals, and we lost them only by 1 goal, right? So it was quite a major achievement for us as the underdogs, and for me as a coach, right?
Yes.
And then in 2000, it was 2004, 2005, and 2006, I actually tried to make a comeback to the national team. Right, so I was going through a difficult period in my life in 2006. I was going through a divorce, right? So I've been previously married,
right.
First marriage. I was going through a divorce, and I needed something to pull me out of the abyss, so something that would help me either physically, emotionally, as well as mentally, focus on something else, right? So it started out as just go back and spend my time, but then why not I try for the 2007 SEA Games? So I trained with the squad for 2 years, went on multiple training trips and competitions to prepare. And I was the last person to be cut from the squad, right? So normally they would choose 13 so 3 months prior to the games, they'll choose 13. So I was the number 14 guy to be cut. But it was good, because, I was training with the younger boys, getting to know these guys some who were in when I was training
youth team, right?
And some of them were my students, when they were in junior college. So definitely good time. And I think that, having been, you mentioned, Waterpolo was a part of my life, from teenage years. So going back to that, my passion, my love, really helped to pull me out of that dark time. Without it, I think I don't know where I would be or would have been. So for me, sport definitely has played a pivotal role in my mindset.
Entire life.
In
different
the way
stages
that I make my decisions. Exactly. Yeah.
So then after that, you didn't make the cut for that one, but you didn't try again?
No, I did. At 7, I didn't try again. At that time I was juggling work, right, as well as training. And I guess it was more of let's move on to the next phase. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. But at least that 2 years of training, it helped you to gather yourself again.
Exactly, yeah.
Bring in the new focus and energy again.
It sort of like met the need. I guess the need was for me to find myself again and to really realize that, hey, water polo is my life. Almost, to say that, right? And it didn't matter whether I guess if I had qualified or made the team, that would have been a bonus. If I had won another gold medal, that would have been the icing on the cake. But then at this point, it doesn't matter. I think the the relationships that I built along the way with the team, as well as the experiences through the trading and all that, I think that one priceless lah, money cannot buy.
Yeah.